All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight, as per usual. So tonight's topic is we're going to talk about this bad air shit that's going on, which is today died down. Thank you for the 5x5, Schmolden. Thank you for that. Dan Phillips. Thank you for that. Jeep Girl, Adriana, Little Lone Prepper, Steven, Christian, Comet Moon, Vet, Brian, Joe FW. Thank you for the 5x5. KY Widow, Benjamin, Tracy, thank you for the 10x10. My Skydive, Mr. Mike, Mamacita, Prepper. I can never pronounce your first name. Auctionet Prepper, South Florida, DCL, sorry. Shadow Prepper, Bob Mills, Judy, Prep Rebel, Claudia, thank you. Claude? Yeah, Claude, thank you for the 5x5. Jenkman, Dave Rice, Teddy Roosevelt, thank you for the 5x7. Ozark Alpha Bullies, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate it, guys. Laura, thank you for the 5x5. What's up? How's it going? So, if everyone could let me know who's on the East Coast. You know what? Just let me know whether or not you were affected by the smoke or you had smoke in the area. Just type 1 if you were affected by the smoke or had smoke in the area. WTC, thank you for the 5x5. Jankman again, thank you for the 5x6. Deanna Walters, thank you for the 5x5. I think I got Laura already. So again, appreciate it. 1111. Yes, New Jersey. 111. Always a long comment in there somewhere. Oh, wait. Any recommendations on mask and or filters? Any recommendations on shielding your home from air contaminants? Kevin House, what I would do is you could wear an N95 mask. That's going to help. It's not 100%, but it'll help. A damped cotton cloth, like a bandana over your face. Damp, not wet. Damp, that'll help. Some people say surgical mask will help, but I doubt it very much. Joe said 0. Ipsy said 0. So not affected at all. Dave, West Texas, SAS is 1, New York. Axman, 0. Margaret Thatcher said 2, no. North Carolina, huh? Lawrence. I heard it's all the way down to Florida now. The smoke, that is. Little Lone Prepper said half. All right. So Kevin Housed. Hopefully I answered your question. Baltimore, Ohio, no. Jason, the whiskey is the same whiskey from the other night. What is it? Brenneman? That cream whiskey. I'm drinking that again. But tonight might be a bad night. Just warning you guys. Pittsburgh sucks 1. Northeast Florida 0. Mamacita said no. All right. Just smog in California. Rap head. Oops. Oops. Said rap head and duct tape. Listen. The long short of it is, it's here in New York. They're acting like a bunch of bitches here. They're like, what do we do? Oh my God, my throat is scratchy. My eyes are so the fuck what? Deal with it. There's nothing you can do but dealing with this. Crying about it, going on TikTok and saying, oh God, Jesus, Lord, help us. Like, seriously, grow the fuck up. It's a little bit of smoke. Now, there is conspiracy that we don't know what's in the smoke, and the smoke could be, there could be something else in it. The conspiracy theory side of me wants to think that as well, because some people are complaining about a rubber smell or plastic smell. Henry, thank you for the 5x5. All late to the party and shit, but thank you. And the other side of that coin is, for right now, all we know is that it's a forest fire that seemingly had multiple spots in the Quebec region that started up at the same time. Again, crying about it is not going to solve the problem. If you have asthma, you know what to do. And if you have asthma, Butyrol is your best friend. Tommy Salter said that last live stream. If you have a Butyrol, guys, that is going to be your best friend for the next couple of days. Other than that, especially New Yorkers, need to stop bitching about it. Change your fucking tampons, or better yet, take the tampon and put it across your nose. Maybe that'll help. But the amount of fucking screaming and crying and complaining I'm seeing, and people are sending me videos from TikTok, I'm seeing shit on Instagram, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? It's a little bit of smoke, man. And it's not going to kill you. It really isn't. Now, unless you have, like, you're a lung transplant recipient or some shit like that, those are the odd cases as well. Where you are that unhealthy. Brian, yes, a damp tampon. I'm sorry. Not a dry one, a damp one. But, I mean, listen, people need to stop. You should see. But we don't know what's in the smoke. We are breathing in forever chemicals every day of the fucking week. Today's the day you decide to be fucking cautious? Stop it. Grow a cock and drop the vagina and enough already. I turned your channel to like 50 people. Good key for you. Good Kev for you. Thank you for that. Yeah, listen, like, I mean, there are people like that. My eyes are itchy. I'm like, stop scratching them. My throat is sore. Gargle some fucking salt water. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Just suck it up. Like, people are like, oh, God, I think I have asthma. I think I have asthma? Motherfucker, you're going to know whether or not you have asthma. All right? You're going to be wheezing through a fucking straw, or you're going to be breathing fucking clear. And if you're breathing clear, that's not asthma. But there are people out there that are like, I think I have it, so I have to put this mask on. The amount of people that have something over their face is out of control today. I'm looking around, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, did Mr. 19 come back and I didn't know about it? What the fuck? How the hell this, like, people are walking around with this shit like, it helps. No, the fuck it doesn't. It's called fucking, it's a psychological mind fuck, guys. That's all it is. If you ever been camping, that's all this is. It's camping for a few days. And like somebody said, standing in front of a campfire for fucking 3-4 days straight is way worse than this shit. So apparently a lot of people haven't gone camping. Beyond me, girl, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Oh, wait. Comet Moon. The whiskey hasn't even kicked in yet. I haven't even started. And I'm going to try to behave myself knowing that I haven't really eaten anything and I'm pulling this fucking move on a live stream. So it should be interesting. But yes, guys, they're trying to compare this to smoking cigarettes. And I'm like, what the fuck did he just say? He's like, yeah, it's like smoking cigarettes. I'm like, how about smoking my dick? Like, seriously, how the hell did we get here where people are like, there was I think he was a doctor or a scientist of some kind. And he was saying, I didn't go for my morning run today because of the air. I looked at this fat fuck and I'm like, there's no way. Listen, there are people who are overweight and run, and you can tell because they have like that I work out body or used to work out body. This guy was a complete fucking marshmallow. Just a fucking round thing with two little legs at the bottom. And he was sitting there talking about, I skipped my morning run. I'm pretty sure the fucking news people were like, this fucking guy doesn't run. But anyway, he sat there and said that he's advising people not to work out today. What do? I strap on a 50-pound pack. Boom, outside I go. Fuck you people and your bitch lungs or your bird lungs or whatever the fuck you got going on. Hamster lungs. Stop. And listen, again, if you are one of the sickly people that have a respiratory problem or a heart issue, keep your fucking ass inside. How about that? Instead of this, what am I going to do? Somebody help me. Stop. Stay the fuck indoors and you'll be okay. This will pass. This is not forever. This is not like Yellowstone went off and we had to suffer with that. And if that happens, talk about dark skies and breathing shit in your lungs, that's a different ball game altogether. But yeah, man, it's the insanity. It's like the bitchery is insane. Like it's out of control. Everybody wants to, like, they're filming themselves. Look at me. They're coughing and shit. I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? Like, why are they're acting like they need help? Then and the next thing is going to be someone laying on the ground talking about, oh, the air did this to me. Now, today, the air was a lot lighter, The visibility was a lot further away. I would say 7, 10, maybe 12 miles of visibility versus yesterday, which was only like 3 to 4. But again, yesterday I was outside like, yes, that's what air smells like and tastes like, because you could definitely taste that wood shit. I had ash all over my car, and I'm like, such is life, guys. This is how bitchery we're getting. People are mad at the mayor. Now, you guys know what I think about the mayor. The mayor's a piece of shit, right? He's shit underneath shit. That's how shitty this mayor is. And yet, you can't blame the mayor for smoke coming from Canada. That's a virtual impossibility. People are sitting there going, we got to sue somebody, and somebody's got to be held accountable for this. How about you hold the president of Canada accountable for it? Maybe, right? Or maybe you hold the wind gods accountable. I don't know who you're going to blame, but you can't blame anybody for this. And they're like, they should have been more ready. How the fuck do you prepare for smoke? And not even smoke, but a haze at that. How do you prepare for it? What is fucking Mayor Eric Adams going to get these giant fans and blow the smoke away and around New York State or New York City? Like, grow the fuck up, people. Again, that's the bitchery that's happening here in New York City. They're like, he had to have done something. He could have protected us. By what? Putting you in a plastic bubble? What are we now, the bubble boy? It's insane. The insanity that's going on here. I think these people are breathing too much of this air, or they're not used to it and it's making them stupid. I've never heard of people blaming a mayor for the air quality that he cannot control. And they were like, well, he should have known this was coming. What the fuck was he going to... Was a carrier pigeon from Canada going to come over, land in his lap, and give him a little note, and he was going to read it and go, oh, bad air's coming. Like, seriously. Like, this is why I can't wait to get the fuck out of this city. The moronicy, if that's a word, is at an all-time high in this city. Or stupidity, rather, is at an all-time high. Yeah, Karen. I mean, it's not even Mother Nature. It's just smoke, man. It's like, really, deal with it. You know? Take a maxi pad and put it over you. Matter of fact, just cover your face in maxi pads and leave eyes cut out, if that's how you feel about it. I mean, like, I'm sorry, a damp maxi pad. Do they even still use those? Am I dating myself? But anyway, my point to the whole thing is that this climate lockdown shit and people crying is out of fucking control. I've never seen anything like it. I really haven't. I mean, and then they're focusing on New York City. So like every media source that I'm reading, they're all talking about New York City having the worst air quality, worse than India. So yesterday, was the worst air quality they've ever seen, and we beat out India somehow. Because I don't know how the fuck that's possible, but that's what they said. And everything that they are saying, I take with a grain of salt. Because they're like, oh, air's so bad, it's worse than having cigarettes. I'm like, who the fuck? Seriously? Who's... And they're sitting there, and there's warnings, and they're like, if you have this disease and that disorder, you can't go outside. Fucking really? They were like diabetes. I don't know why. Heart problems, I get that. Respiratory issues, I understand that. And I think they said pregnant women. Pregnant women have been, again, smelling, sick, sucking on whatever forever chemicals that are naturally in the air. We have chemical products in the air, guys, from fucking factories blowing shit in the air. And this is what they're worried about. Natural wood in your lungs. Now, granted, nothing belongs in your lungs. Absolutely right. The particles that are floating through the air don't belong in your lungs. The particles are supposedly 2.5 micrometers. So that's fairly big enough to be caught by any mask. Again, I say surgical masks are out because you got the two holes on the side. But a decent N95 or damp bandana across your face, tucked into your shirt, will work just fine. But people wearing fucking tampons and maxi pads on their faces, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why don't you just put a sock on your face and look like a complete asshole? You know, but it's interesting. The local government said put a mask on. People are like, you're so bold, I'll tap dance for you too. Why don't you fucking smile and shine their shoes while you're fucking at it? It's like, I've never seen the amount of droneness, that's not a word, but we're gonna make it a word. I've never seen the amount of droneness going on where people are like, "Yes, sir, boss, sir. I puts on my fucking mask and and shuffle off to work, Heidi ho." Like what the fuck? Like it's insane. It's insane what's going on here in the city. I don't know if this shit's going on anywhere else, but here in New York City, they're acting like giant fucking cunts. I don't know where to go. Weak people create weak time. Weak people. I would say these people are beyond weak. They're like incapacitated morons. It's more like it. Definitely dancing for Massa. Massa drones. Yes. Because it's like, again, like you should see people like, well, I'm putting it on because it helps. No. You're putting it on because the media told you to put it on. Because the day of the heightenedness of it was Wednesday. I didn't see a lot of people with a mask on. Today was way less, and people were running around with a mask on. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why? And I'm walking down the street. I'm like, okay, that's weird. More than normal. Walking down the street again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why? And then I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm in a fucking nightmare. It was like if I was in the Body Snatchers, and they were looking at me for not having a mask on in this weather. And I'm like, holy shit, man. It was like having flashbacks of Mr. 19. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, guys, according to this article, I'm going to read it to you guys, because my rant before, guys, I think they're training us for climate lockdowns, because they're saying shit and people are doing it. People are putting a mask on their face. Businesses and companies and outdoor events are being canceled. Now, outdoor events I sort of get. Indoor events, my kettlebell class that I was looking forward to today, they canceled it. I'm looking at this thing. I woke up in the morning, like 6 in the morning, to get ready for the kettlebell class. I look at this, and I'm like, and my eyes are out of focus in the morning because I'm fucking old. And I'm sitting there like, oh, wait, what? Are you fucking kidding me? And then I look outside. I'm like, it's not even that bad. Why are we canceling kettlebell class, which is an indoor class? So then I go on the computer. I look in the news. Wolf Mule, thank you for the donation. I look at the news, and I'm saying they're canceling all these events. Come to find out, the city suggested it, and people follow through on it. I personally believe people are just being lazy sacks of shit because they're like, today's a day off. I'm going to utilize it. That's all I saw. That's all I heard was a lazy day off. Now, a lot of school trips were canceled this week because of the smoke. That's city schools, that is. Because why not coddle our kids even more? It's okay to teach a kid how to suck a dick, but it's not okay to teach a kid how to suck it up outside. Suck a dick, okay. Sucking up smoke, not good, right? Because that's all they're doing here in public schools with the LGBT month. They're fucking swinging, they're throwing rainbow-colored dildos at kids, but they're telling them they can't go outside because it's bad for their health. But AIDS is not. Go figure. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. I think they're slowly training people for the climate lockdown. Now, a lot of us are seeing this, and we're looking at the pattern speech, things they're using, things they're saying. And I'm going, this is part of climate lockdown. This is how they start teaching us, training us, controlling the masses. Now, we got a bunch of idiots that believe in this bullshit, so you saw them. Those are the people who went outside without a mask. If you don't have a medical condition, you shouldn't have a mask on your face. That's just me, right? But we know who are going to line up for the 15-minute city. They're going to be like, yes, sir, boss, give their biggest smile and tap dance their way down the fucking yellow brick road. Because that's all these people are going to understand. They're not going to understand anything else. They're going to be they're going to understand being told what to do. That's it. Not think for themselves. God forbid you think for yourself. You're going to be labeled a fucking raging asshole. Anyway, I'll take smoke over AIDS. I think a lot of us would. I think a lot of us would take fucking smoke over AIDS any given day of the week. It's just, it's again, the coddling of kids. My son's mother, who lives in Connecticut, texts me, should the kids go outside? I'm like, why? Is there a nuclear war going on out there? Is there fucking radiation? Why? Well, the smoke. I said, you better build their bird fucking lungs up and have them go outside. Now, I didn't respond like that to her. I wanted it to, but I didn't. And needless to say, the kids went outside and they played. You know, I mean, like, babying your kids makes them weak. And two of the kids have asthma. Two of her kids have asthma. And I'm like, they'll be okay. They won't die. I promise you. You know, I said it'll, you know, and I said, and if they do, I'll buy you a new one. Just kidding. But I said they'll be okay. You know, this coddling shit's out of control. Anyway, guys, part of the controlling us or building us or training us, if you will, to where they want us starts here. So, this article, breathing New York City's air, probably worse than smoking a cigarette. They're comparing one cigarette or pack of cigarettes to the smoke, which is going to leave in the next couple of days. Boston, Texas. But, you know, I don't know. Anyway, let me read this article because it's fucking ridiculous. So, breathing in New York City air as the region continues to be affected by smoke from wildfires in Canada may be worse than smoking a cigarette, sorry. Health experts say. These health experts are bored. These health experts have nothing going on. They're like, well, there's no Mr. 19 going on. There's no pandemic or endemic going on. We're gonna have to say some shit and make things up as we go along. Dr. Nidhi Kumar, Indian, a cardiovascular specialist and a CBS2 contributor, discussed the impact of Wednesday's poor air that'll have on your health. Yada, yada, yada. These particles are really, really small, less than 2.5 micrometers. So what that means is that whenever we take in a breath, those particles are going straight into our lungs. Never mind the bullshit that's already floating out there. Deep into our lungs and into our bloodstreams. And then we'll transform into the Rancor from fucking Return of the Jedis. I made that last part up. But, again, they're encouraging you wear a mask, an N95 mask. I'm encouraging people to wear a damp cloth if you need it. Cigarette smoke and this smoke cause basically the same type of damage to your lungs. Cigarette smoke has so many other chemicals in it. This air might have it in there as well. It's probably why they're making that comparison. But if this is just trees burning, let's just say that it's just trees and leaves and, you know, groundhogs and shit burning. This is nothing similar or comparable to a cigarette from Big Tobacco at all. It causes an increase, it causes an increase in inflammation in the lungs, and which over time is persistent inflammation can become scarring. Again, it causes an increase in inflammation over time. And if it persists, inflammation can become scarring. This is a fucking couple of days event. They're already talking about scarring in your lungs from a couple of days of a haze. It is not like you're sitting by the forest fire in the thick of it going, man, I can't see anything. This is pretty black, and choking on the shit. This is just a haze going over us or through us, if you will. It'll be okay. But they're sitting there telling us that cigarette smoke can basically cause lung damage. Or this smoke can cause lung damage. Bull fucking shit. I've been breathing in smoke from fires that have way more chemicals in it. I do not have damaged lungs. Because we get our lungs tested every year, I don't have damaged lungs. Now that is 20 or 17 years of being a fireman. The rest of us firefighters around the world who have over 5 years of experience do not have damaged lungs. So this small event is not going to damage our lungs. We'll be okay. You'll be okay. I promise you. And if you die, I will dedicate a video to you. That I promise. Anyway, this is a short-term event, guys. I can't believe they're comparing the smoking a cigarette to that. That's insanity to me. Manuel, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it as always. Please, no Q plan up in here, please. It's It's insanity, guys. And again, like for the shit that we breathed in over the years, this is where they're like, "Oh, you guys with your bird lungs, be careful." You know, like fucking. My God, this nation's so pussified. It's fucking insane. And then and again, people on TikTok, what do I do? How what do I do? You know what? Fucking suck the nearest dick and see if that works. See if that fucking helps. Really, guys, seriously. Prep Rebel man, thank you for that donation. I appreciate it. Thanks. I just don't understand the mindset of these people. Milo, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it as always. It's just stupid, man. Milo says NYC will eventually file a class action lawsuit against Canada because of the scarring of the lungs in 10 years. Imagine. It takes a lot more than this to scar lungs. I'm not even a fucking doctor and I know that shit. And this doctors or doctors are saying that this can cause scarring in the lungs. 3 days of this shit. TJ, I saw that. I saw the satellite view of the fires all starting at the same time. Very suspicious. But I need more confirmation on that before I start throwing people under the bus, as I would like to. All right, so next article, because it only gets better. It only gets better. New York City air quality. Leaders slammed for not acting quickly enough before wildfire smoke descended upon the city. Reads like a horror story. Descended upon the city. The darkness loomed over the city as people ran for cover, gasping for air and fresh air. What the fuck? I mean, seriously? Serious the fuck, Lee. Anyway, Google advised its East Coast staff to work from home as smoke from Canada's wildfire envelops the region. The wording they're using is comical at best. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this article's going. Because I didn't read this. I just copy and paste this shit. Because I want to be surprised with you guys when I read this stupidity. Causing dangerous air levels. We are advising Googlers, because that's what they call their retarded employees, Googlers, because that sounds cool. I want to work at Google. I want to be known as a Google employee, not a Googler. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a guy that's staring at a chick's chest all the time. He's ogling or Googling at her chest. Anyway, we are advising Googlers to work from home if possible and limit their exposure to the outdoor air, meaning don't go outside. This is according to Google's memo that they sent out. Terraces across from New York's campus will remain closed. What? Anyway, Google issued an advisory to the staff in New York, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Reston, I don't know where that is, so somebody fill me in, Virginia, Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., and Washington, D.C. Sorry. So everybody in those states and or areas got a warning or an advisory from Google. Bitches. Most of the company's New York employees are required to work in office at least 3 days a week. The city officials urge all New Yorkers to remain indoors and limit any outdoor activities. What does that sound familiar? How familiar does that sound, guys? Where did we hear that before? Urging all New Yorkers to remain indoors and limit any outdoor activities. Husky Mom, thank you for that. I thought it was in Virginia. I remember seeing it on the highway driving down to Tennessee. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Google some good Listerine. They definitely should. So we're hearing the same shit again. Stay indoors and limit your outdoor activity. Exactly, wandering specter, except for criminals. Because criminals could do what they want. Criminals are criminals and they don't give a fuck, man. Listen, the one thing I have to note is that during Mr. 19, even criminals weren't criminaling. The crime rate dropped during the fucking lockdowns, which is fucking crazy. I'm like, even criminals are scared of this fucking bullshit. That was my first sip. Somebody keep count. It is 9:30. Let's see how crazy this fucking live stream gets from here on. So, guys, with that being said, they are blaming Lori Q. Thank you for the donation. With that, they're blaming city leaders for this shit. I'm like, again, what did they want them to do? Rent a gigantic fan? And holy shitballs, man. Imagine being that fucking entitled or that psychologically damaged that you're going to blame politicians for this shit. I'm like, listen, if you want to blame, Tuda Rosso, if you want to blame him, I wouldn't even blame him. I'd like to know what was going on and why that fire started and why they started simultaneously, if in fact that was real. I don't know. Magic Man 573. Email me again, please. And guys, all of you motherfuckers, when you email me, please put your YouTube tag name in there or your YouTube name. Put it in there so I know exactly who I'm fucking talking to, because I can recognize a lot of your names if you email me. I'm looking at some of your names. A lot of you guys are regulars. If you're going to email me, please put your YouTube name in there. And Magic Man, email me again, please. If I responded to you, which I think I did, refresh my memory, because I think that email sounds familiar. Manuel, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Lori Q and Manuel, thank you for the donation. The Roaming Prepper, what's going on? Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you. All right, My Mother Spark and Hudson Valley are in. Sorry for just noticing that now, because I'm an asshole. Tony, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if it was planned. I would not be surprised if this was planned. But I definitely want a little more convincing conspiracy theory videos before I make my final decision. So, guys, again, City Hall criticized for not acting quickly enough before dangerous wildfire smoke came. You know what? Maybe we should all stand outside and blow against the wind. Maybe it'll fucking go. I don't know what these idiots are expecting people to do. This is called, like someone said, Mother Nature. The wind's going to carry it where it's going to carry it, guys. There's no amount of fan. We can't build a wall. There's nothing going to stop this. It is what it is. There is something called sucking it the fuck up. Stop being a bitch. I should make that t-shirt. Stop being a bitch. And then name all the bitchery that's been going on. You know, like, seriously, guys. If you are worried about this smoke taking you out, maybe you should go fucking hide on an island somewhere. Or live in a bubble. You and John Travolta should fucking go live in a bubble together. How many of you seen that movie? So anyway, yeah, listen, fucking call up John Travolta. Hey, man, I want to live in a bubble with you. Because that's where you're headed if you're being that much of a bitch. City Hall leaders were sharply criticized for not acting quickly enough before New York City became engulfed in thick smoke and horrid air pollution due to the Canadian fires. Again, what were they going to do? Seriously, what they're going to do? Bubble Boy. Boy in a bubble. Yeah, right? Big Chap. Big Chap knows that one. And Milo said, seen it. Yeah. That was a good movie, man. When you look at it, you're like, oh, man, John Travolta's in a bubble. Remember the end where he comes out for the first time? He's like, oh, my God, is this fresh air? Right? And they thought he was going to die on the spot. Man, that was cool. But that was a cool movie. Gay ending, but a very good movie, you know? Fucking Big Chap. Yeah. So, the city should have... Okay. Maybe there's a point here. The city should have alerted residents to the upcoming air quality crisis sooner. Some environmentals told ABC News Wednesday. There are supposed to be emergency planning for situations like this. Rebecca DeCunt from CUNY Law School's Center for Urban Environmental Justice Reform. This bitch sounds like a liberal cunt. There's supposed to be emergency planning for situations like this. This is not an emergency. If this retard thinks this is an emergency, I would fucking hate to see how she would react to an actual emergency. Seriously? Her name is Rebecca the Cunt Brapsby. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. And maybe it wasn't cunt. Maybe it was CUNY Law Schools. Whatever. I got it confused. Excuse me. Either the whiskey's kicking in or I need glasses. You choose. But she said we're supposed to... This is not an emergency. This is the furthest thing from an emergency. We are nowhere near Emergencyville with this. Holy shitballs. Mayor Eric Adams did not issue a news release about the situation until Tuesday night, with the Office of Emergency Management putting out warnings on social media that afternoon. Again, you could have been my mother's spark. Yes, I am. But that's not the whiskey yet. The whiskey hasn't kicked in yet. You'll know when it kicks in. But again, there's not enough warning in the world, guys. If they would have been warned, then what? What would have they said? What would people have done differently? I don't think people would have done anything differently. I think people would have still carried on the same way. They're always looking for someone to blame. When you live here in New York City, somebody is always looking to blame somebody else for some shit. That is just how it is. We've become that city, or maybe that nation, you know? Someone said, take another drink. So Seahawk is saying, Jason, I'm a weather nerd. There is a low pressure in the northeast around Maine and high pressure in the upper Midwest. The wind flow has been perfect for the the 2/3 of the East Coast for the smoke. All right. Thank you for that update, Seahawk. We always need a nerd. We need a nerd of every kind on here. We need fucking communications nerd. We need a weather nerd. We need prepping nerds, if there's such a thing. An emergency is when a hipster can't find his man bag. Yeah. Yo, listen. Those what are those fucking fanny packs these guys are walking around with? They're calling them something else now. They're not calling them fanny packs. There's another term for them. I call them a fanny pack. And I'm like, man, why is that dude wearing a fanny pack? And like, my friend or my, it's always a female that wants to correct me. It's not a fanny pack. It's a fucking fanny pack. It goes around your waist and you can fan it. It's a fanny pack. It's fucking small. It's these little things. But they wear it across their chest. It's like a chest cross body bag, I think it's called. So it's a cross body bag, whatever the fuck it's called. It goes across the body. It's a fucking fanny pack, dude. Seriously. Or a merce. A man purse. Hip pack equals less gay. And that depends on what you're putting in it, too, I'm a Bible nerd. Moldy Soldier said I'm a Bible nerd. I like Bible nerds. You can always ask them a question about the Bible and the interpretation of something. I like asking Bible nerds from different sects of Christianity because a lot of them have different interpretations of certain things, which I like. I like getting that argument started. They're like, well, what about this? And then you ask, what about that? You watch two people go at it, you're like, my job is done here, and then you walk away. Well, not that I walk away. I always listen, because I always like to hear both sides of the story. Like the cross-chest body bag. Red Scout, is that what it's called? And why do you know that? That's my bigger question. European shoulder bag? Is that what, really? I don't know what it's called. And we're getting off topic here. Now we're talking about fashion. We've entered the gay twilight zone. Now we're talking about fashion on this channel. Off-body holster. I like that one. The Bible does interpret itself, but it's weird when you hear two people argue about the same shit. It's crazy. I had two guys. They were a couple of guys. They called themselves the 3%ers or 1%ers, and a Christian group. Fuck, man, I forgot who it was. They came out of the building, and they had the Bible in their hand. And the two guys that are talking to me about the Bible, I'm just listening. I'm not, I'm just sitting there listening. I'm like, all right. And then two guys come out with the Bible, and they start to get into an argument over the interpretations of the Bible at certain passages, that is. And then at some point, I must have blinked or I got tired. I walked away. I came back. I went to the store. I came back. They were still talking about the same shit. But now the two Christian dudes that came out together were now arguing with each other about what a certain passage meant. And I'm sitting there going, holy shit. they got into it over fucking what you call it. Yes, Jay Dudley wears a man purse. Yes, he wears the fanny pack around and he loves that thing. That's like his go-to though. Chris, I am still in New York City. Christian prepper, depending on the person. Listen, like I said, I just fucking I dropped that bomb in the middle of a fucking group and I walk away. But I get when I listen to certain groups like Bear's interpretation makes more sense. But when you watch like 3 different sects go at it, you're just like, holy shit, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I get everybody's point too. That's the other thing too. I understand everybody's interpretation or how they came to that conclusion. That makes sense. Did I get a visit from who? The COVID gods? No. Mike, I might do some more videos. You know what? I should have did one yesterday when everybody was fucking panicking like women. And I would have went out there and been like, hey, what's going on, guys? I don't know what to do. And then they're fucking running around. Fucking guys are switching into skirts. Women are fucking, being women. And guys are turning into women. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Guys are putting on blouses and skirts and fucking putting a skirt over their face to cover them from the fucking haze or the smoke. Thinking they're going to die from this shit. I'm like, what is going on here? Why am I watching this? Yo, it's as if Mr. 19 damaged everybody's fucking psychosis. I'm fucking crazy, or I'm an idiot, or I'm a homophobe, or I'm racist. I'm all these things these days. I'm everything under the sun. Whatever name they have out there, I am. I'm a fuckface, I'm a retard, I'm an idiot, I'm a moron, I'm an Uncle Tom, I'm a coon. I don't know how to tap dance, but somehow I'm a jigaboo. You name it. I'm sexist. I'm a pig. That's my favorite one. I'm a pig. I'm all of these things. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Keep the names coming. Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly what I am. You figured me out. And then when I call out people for being a bitch, I'm insensitive. That's the big one. I'm insensitive. I might be insensitive, but whatever. Fuck them. Fuck them in the ear. Fuck these people. Disney Up, Boiler Up. That's interesting. That's an interesting name. I have considered moving from New York, but again, moving away from New York, moving out of New York City is going to happen. Moving away from New York, I don't know yet. I'm waiting for information, and I'll let you guys know what that is once I find out. You nerd. I could be a nerd too. Yeah, I am a nerd at some points. Some point in time, I'm also a nerd. But yeah, man. It's funny. My buddy was breaking my balls downstairs. He was asking me about the YouTube channel. He asked, how many subscribers do you have? I'm like, I got a couple. I got not many. I got a few here and there. And he goes, how many? Oh, over 100,000. He goes, you got 100,000? I go, yeah. He goes, you don't even have 5 friends. I go, I don't. I have like a very small collection of friends. And he goes, well, I got more friends than you. I go, yeah, because you suck a lot of dick. And he was like, motherfucker, so he didn't like that response. But I said, yeah, because I don't trust a lot of people, man. It's like a certain small group of people I trust. And to trust people, initially I will give you respect out of the gates and I'll give you some trust, almost automatically. But a lot of people lose the trust, like, again, almost automatically. As soon as I gave it to you, it's gone just like that. Because I don't want to be that guy that's suspicious of everyone. If I'm suspicious of you out of the gates, that means you're an untrustworthy person. And I am never wrong about that. Never wrong. If I can figure you out in a New York minute, I'm almost fucking on point. With that shit. Oh, somebody's like using all caps in Instagram. You people better wake up. So yes, I have a small group of friends. And I prefer it that way. Because, first of all, people disappoint you over time. And the more friends you have, the more disappointment you're going to have. Because people are just going to let you down. It's just how it is. So a small group of people, that's where I stay with. And most of my friends are, well, it's an even group now. But I would say I have a hair more female friends than I do male friends. And yes, ladies, female friends I have not banged. All right. Some people are like, you can't be friends with females without. I can. I have a few that I've never touched, and not even ever touched. I'll never look at them that way. Never look at them that way. But and as far as guy friends are people I've hung out with and we've suffered together in the woods. Like my buddy who lives in Brooklyn, Hudson Valley, prepping and survival. A couple of people that are fucking like, we've been out there, we suffered, we've done this shit together. Those are friends. Those are people that I can rely on. Those are real people. You'll find out who a person is when you take them out into the wilderness. And you take them out in the wilderness and you put them in a shit situation. That's who you'll find out who your friends are. But other than that, man, but yeah, other than that, that's how I choose my friends. We go camping or we end up in a shitty situation and we can handle it together without fucking breaking or acting like lunatics. Then that's a friend. And especially when people do shit for you, again, that's friends. But I found out how many friends I didn't have during COVID and when my father passed away. When my father passed away, I found out who were my friends and who weren't. And that's another thing. You'll find out who your friends are when a family member passes away, and you're going to see who's there for you and who's not. And that's a tough one. That's a tough one to fucking discover then. Like, you'll find out, like, your friend stabs you in the back because they lied to you or some shit like that or whatever it is. That'll always happen. But when somebody passes away in your family, that's who you, and that's when you find out who your friends are. That's a tough one to swallow. But anyway, moving right along. Can you trust in God? You can trust in God. I believe in that. I believe in you can trust in God. It took a while, but I got there. And if you want a friend, get a dog. And that's the other thing. A dog, loyal motherfuckers, man. Like a dog will die next to you, unless you got a savage dog. But dogs will normally die next to you, man. You pass away, dogs go through depression. There are dogs that have not eaten because their owner passed away. That's loyalty. Your cat, on the other hand, will celebrate your death by eating. What are we threeing? What's three? All American Prepper said, yeah, listen, All American Prepper, I got to make a pass down there, man. I'm going to make a pass down to Florida soon. I promise you. Got a few people to visit. So, what is a three? Why is everybody throwing threes up? What are we threeing? Well, somebody will fill me in later. Because I's slow. Yeah, everybody else is like, what's three? I'm eating by eating you if home alone. That came out wrong, Karen. By eating you? Third drink. Three. What is three? Third drink what? Third sip? Jason, make it 4, I guess. Is that what it is? Did somebody ask how many sips did I have? Third drink. Or third sip. It's not a third drink. Third leg? Wish I had a third leg. You told us to count drinks. Oh! Thank you, Kathleen. Okay, yeah, that's the third sip. Well, then it should be more interesting for the Angry Truth channel. Though, the Angry Truth channel tonight, we're talking about the unbelievable unemployment benefits going to migrants. Oh, boy, man. That's going to be fucking... That's bad. That's bad that that's even happening. But California Senate passed a bill giving migrants $300 per week for 20 weeks. Ugh. That's disgusting. That's disgraziad. That's bad news, man. But we will talk about that in about 10, 15 minutes. 10 or 15 minutes. I'm trying to hold my shit together. Because then fucking my mother Spark is going to be like, you're a lightweight bitch. You can't handle it. You're drinking, cream of whiskey. Who gets drunk off of that? I do, because I'm an asshole. Imagine $300 a week. I mean, listen, guys. the truth, we'll get into it on the Angry Truth channel. But I mean, $300 a week is fucking nothing. But it's also something when you're giving it away to people who didn't deserve it. But we'll enter that conversation when we get the video started. Milo, thank you for your service, by the way. Thank you for the donation. And Milo said, I actually got Milo the dog. Is an emotional support animal. A vet like me would have never made it through without him. Here we go, guys. Another advisory. We got another advisory saying Friday's air quality is going to be unhealthy for sensitive groups of people. And we're going to call those people the bitch nigger people. The people with bitch lungs. Bird lungs. Bitchery. Let's see. What is it saying? New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Commissioner Basil Segas and the State Department of Health Commissioner Dr. James McDonald issue an air quality health advisory for Long Island, New York City metro area, and Western New York regions for Friday, June 9th. The pollutant of concern is fine particle matters. The advisor will be in effect from midnight till tomorrow 11:59. The air quality forecast is to reach unhealthy for sensitive group air quality index level. I never heard of them put it that way. The advisory will be in effect from midnight through 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. The air quality is forecasted to reach unhealthy for sensitive group air quality index level. I never heard of them put it that way. That is so retardo. Retardo. Smell like a beach. Yo, I never heard of them label the air quality like that. Air quality is going to be worse tomorrow. That's what they said. But they said the air quality today was going to be bad, and it wasn't. It was way better than yesterday. But who knows, man? Kathleen, yes, fear-mongering. Absolutely. Because they're going to get these people all worked up for nothing. They were getting people worked up today. People were like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Am I going to be able to do? Like, I can all but guarantee they're going to cancel my fucking kickboxing class tomorrow, too. And this is what happens when you go to fucking, like, a gym full of bitches. Like, seriously. Let people work. Let people show up. Let them decide whether or not they want to work out in this shit. Don't make the fucking judgment call for everybody and then have the audacity to send a fucking bitch-ass email out about fucking bitchery. Oh, excuse me, guys. It's because, you know, we're being bitch-ass niggas, we can't fucking work out, so you can't work out either. That's what I got out of that. And I'm 1,000% sure if they see this, they're going to kick me out, but I don't care. Fuck them. You know, I'm tired of the fucking bitchery. It's fucking insane. The insanity of these people and they're fucking complaining and the woe is me. I'm like, yo, stop. Just stop. Let people decide whether or not they want to work out. If they don't, they won't show up. If they do, they will show up and they'll suck it up. Keep in mind, it's indoors. Right? It's not outdoors, it's indoors. And yet they want to fucking cancel the shit. I don't understand it. Fucking guys, man. They're like, the air quality is so bad, the sensitive health bitch people won't be able to come to the gym. Then let their asses stay at home. My God. Imagine people, imagine building fear on smoke. Smoke and fucking mirrors, man. For the doggy's guitar. Sorry for getting to this comment late, but how did the fire start? Laser beams from satellites? I don't know, but there's a video. There's satellite imagery of the fire starting all at the same time. I mean, I would think the laser thing would be more plausible, but again, I need proof to figure that out. And I know you must have asked that a while ago for the doggy's guitar. But yeah, I'm just getting to it now. Excuse me. So, I was outside today, talking to a couple of guys I grew up with. and and 5. And one of the guys, we were talking about working out, staying in shape, and our age, and we're all in our 40s. I think my buddy I was speaking to, I think he said he's 51, turning 52. We were talking about testosterone. And Jason, come over. I have a full 5th of Drambuie. I don't like Drambuie. I've had it before. My wife likes it. I don't like it. Lasers from space, yes. Space lasers. That's always been the theory. That's how those fires started in Greece. They talked about that. That Greece was a test run. But again, that's conspiracy theory. Disregard that, but that's conspiracy theory. But we were talking about testosterone when we were hanging outside. And they started rolling up weed, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, you know how you fucking get your testosterone going back up again? I said, stop smoking that shit. That shit kills your fucking manhood. Cigarettes, weed kills your manhood. And he was like, but is there anything else I got to do? I said, no, grow up, stop smoking weed, and fucking, you'll be okay. Weed diminishes your sperm count and drops your testosterone. And the longer you smoke it, especially the older you smoke it, the more damaging to your testosterone it does. And these are studies that are just not coming out. So anyway, along with your diet, now obviously guys, if you correct your diet, you could probably still get away with smoking weed. But if you want optimal testosterone in your blood system, you got to fucking change your diet. You got to be more active. And if you're a pothead, stop smoking pot. Simple. You want to be a man, you want to lift cars off of small kids, you want to fucking leap over a building in a single bound, change your diet. Be more active. That's what it comes down to. I wonder where this is going to go. And I wonder if this count is going to continue on the Angry Truths channel. Parabellum prepper. That I don't know about. I don't know about eating pot. I know it's the smoke in the lungs that can stop testosterone. I don't know about edibles. No, I don't know nothing about that. Of course, 420 forever. Listen, man, at some point you gotta let it go. You gotta let the 420 go. Can't keep a habit up forever, man. I used to fucking be a 6 to 12 can Pepsi guy a day. I'm down to 3 to 4 a month. All right? So again, Prep Rebel said I'll share it with you. Thank you. I know that's old. When I look at the comments on here, these comments don't move as well on the Ecamm app that I'm using. So it will now. 35 years now of smoking weed? That's bad. I'm going to keep my mouth. But there's a lot of shit I've given up so that I can have optimal testosterone in my blood. Because like soda destroys your testosterone. That's a big one. Fucking that sugar, that chemicals that's in it, destroys it. Yeah, great for prep. That's why I'm down to fucking, That's why I'm down to, and I would have to, giving it up altogether, that's coming up next. But again, I figure 2 to 4 a month, it's not going to kill me. It's not going to drop my testosterone. But my testosterone is back up. I'm more energetic now. That's the other thing too, guys. Ultra-processed food drops your testosterone. Right? Drops it as well. So again, diet change, man. It's all part of the reason why did your son get his phone back. Karen, that was like 8 weeks ago. Yeah, he got his phone back. My wife gave it back to him. Because why listen to me? Because I'm an asshole and an idiot. I don't know any better. But, oh shit, it's 10 o'clock. All right, Negroes. See you guys later. I'm going to head over to the Angry Truths channel. I should be 5 minutes more into my whiskey by the time I start the next video. Other than that, guys, thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for the donations. And thank you for all of the tomfoolery that we were having tonight, especially with the drink counting. For those of you that are continuing on the Angry Truths channel tonight, I guess you can keep up the count because I didn't make much of a dent in this because I'm a lightweight bitch-ass drinker. Anyway, guys, with that, see you next Tuesday. I think I should be able to see you guys next Tuesday. Next Thursday, I might not be having a live stream. We'll see. Anyway, guys, See you. See a couple of you guys in a few minutes.